They had called it Operation Veilbreaker. A small recon team of humans dropped behind enemy lines to gather data on the alien. Stronghold orbiting Vega 9. Nobody expected them to come back. Nobody expected them to change the course of the war. The alien coalition, the Vrakath Dominion, had shattered 53 worlds before. Earth even knew the war existed. They considered humanity a primitive species, unworthy of direct conquest. The first human fleets were vaporized in hours, but humans adapted faster than any known species. On the bridge of the Dominion flagship Vrax-Ul, Commander Threx stared at the battlefield reports. "This is impossible," he growled. "We fought only a human recon team, yet half our fleet is gone." The admiral beside him, pale blue scales glistening under the crimson light, could barely speak. "One team of 12 soldiers destroyed an armada. How?" Thousands of kilometers below, the planet's surface burned. The human recon team, codenamed Echo 7, moved through the ash-choked air. Their commander, Captain Arlen Hayes, watched the sky. A storm of fire illuminated the alien ships as they fell like dying stars. Arlen's voice crackled through comms. "Mission report. Data core secure. Enemy fleet collapsing. Extraction in 15. "Sir," whispered Corporal Kira Vance, "what the hell did we just do?" Arlen didn't answer. He just stared at the ruins of what used to be a fortress the size of a city. "We proved them wrong," he muttered. The recon team wasn't supposed to fight. Their mission was to steal codes and vanish. But when the aliens detected them, they had one choice: die quietly or fight loudly enough to make Earth remember their names. The first attack came without warning. Plasma cannons tore through the clouds as alien mechs descended. Echo 7 used experimental weapons never tested in combat. Gravity disruptors, nanoshields, and a stolen alien virus that corrupted targeting systems. Within minutes, chaos spread through the Dominion fleet. Ships fired on their own, drones went rogue, and communication links melted into static. On the alien command bridge, Threx slammed his claws into the console. "Contain it! I want every human on that planet burned." But the virus had already spread to his flagship. The lights flickered. The targeting display showed their own engines locking as hostile targets. Meanwhile, down below, Echo 7 moved toward the extraction zone. Private Mason coughed blood. "Cap, I'm not going to make it." "Yes, you will," Arlen said firmly. "No one gets left behind." Kira knelt beside Mason. "The shuttle's coming. Just hold on." But Mason smiled weakly. "We're ghosts, ma'am." "You can't extract ghosts?" Moments later, the blast wave hit. The fortress reactors overloaded, tearing a hole in the atmosphere. The shockwave knocked Arlen and Kira off their feet, and Mason was gone. His name burned into the mission log. One more line among the fallen. Up in orbit, alien ships began crashing into one another. Commanders screamed orders that no one could follow. "Signal disruption spreading! Power core failure! We've lost half the fleet!" Threx stood frozen, realization dawning too late. "We didn't fight an army," he whispered. "We fought humanity's wrath." The last transmission from the Dominion flagship was a single phrase. They were only 12. Hours later, the survivors of Echo 7 drifted through the black void in a damaged dropship. Their AI pilot spoke calmly. "Fuel at 6%. Navigation offline. Recommend distress beacon." Arlen laughed quietly. "No need. They'll see the explosions from Earth." The silence stretched. The stars outside burned cold and distant. Kira finally spoke. "We lost Mason Reddick Zhao. Half the team's gone." "For what, Cap?" "For proof," Arlen said. "Proof that humanity isn't prey." When rescue ships finally found them, Echo 7 had been in space for 5 days. Only 3 were still alive. But the data they carried revealed more than enemy codes. It contained the virus blueprint that would end the Dominion War within a year. A year later, on the Galactic Council floor, the Dominion's surrender was broadcast across every known world. The alien commander stood silent as footage played. 12 humans, battered and bloodied, facing down an empire. Commentators called them legends. Soldiers called them ghosts. But on Earth, in a quiet ceremony, the president said only this: they were 12 ordinary people who refused to accept extinction. Decades passed. Humanity expanded among the stars. Children learned the story of Echo 7 in schools. Some said it was exaggerated, that no 12 soldiers could destroy a fleet. Others knew better. In the archives of the old Dominion War records, one entry remains untranslated. The title reads in alien glyphs, but the translation beneath is clear. We fought only a human recon team. The final note, written by Commander Threx before his ship burned, reads, "They were not gods. They were not monsters. They were terrifyingly human. And in the silent void, where wreckage still drifts through starlight, the ghosts of Echo 7 remain, reminders that the smallest team can ignite the largest war, and that sometimes humanity's greatest weapon is not technology or power, but the refusal to surrender."